We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Chicago! Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Titans 0. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by
Robert Quinn.
No gain on
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up
and the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Pulled in at the 24. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flushed out right. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 13.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Intended for
Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. Dumps this one off to Mack. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
81,
Austin Hooper. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Titans, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Derrick Henry on
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
3rd and 2, Tannehill.
And 2.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Pass intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They snap it to Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
1st and 10 at this.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Draw play. This is Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Goes underneath for Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there, and 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Bears 14, Titans 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. There's Vic Beasley. Always tough to block as he gets in to bring him down.
It's 2nd down.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Being chased out left. Airing it out deep. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
Complete.
Robert Woods 82 yards as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's caught. Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
3-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry, puts up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Tannehill's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. On first down, it's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Eddie, from what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for Adam Humphries. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tannehill. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
at their own 15-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumble snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And Woods has it complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he's got this down to the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Titans 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears out first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again? They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a college star here in Tennessee, Cordero Patterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They begin with Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Derrick Henry on the handle.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Tennessee Titan.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The ball carrier.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Bears 52. Titans 20. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Tannehill getting this complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Trubisky. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Bears first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On the give, this is Mack. He'll get only 3 to ahead. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go right back to Mack. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
The ball carrier.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And so from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dancing to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Complete to
Robert Woods,
Touchdown.
his second
Chicago.
touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10. At their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Trubisky's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At their 49-yard
Now Mack. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Pickup. First down, Chicago.
Hey, 18. Red,
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Parker. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
A give to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
First screen. No gain on the play.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's
fourth down, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Rolling to his left. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And 1.
He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run it again with Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.